Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet actress Tati Gabrielle decided to see how many people she can turn away from this game that hadn't already been turned away from it just by watching the trailer. She decided to mock gamers with pro DEI fan art and even caption it saying, "You mad, bro." Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. Come on over, become a paid subscriber, help support us in fighting back against this DEI woke agenda that is trying to burn the video game industry to the ground. We must stop this. It is not only trying to burn the video game industry to the ground, it is trying to destroy our society and our culture. We are not going to put up with it.
We're going to stop woke. Woke is bullshit.
So she shared this post or this fan art here to her Instagram stories. It was created by this ex-user, Loria, and it obviously shows Ciri from The Witcher 4 and Tati Gabrielle's character, Jordan A. Munn from Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. They're drinking this fragile masculinity, which is apparently made up of 100% incel tears, and it's described as so DEI-licious. And then you can see Jordan A. Munn's character giving the one finger salute there to the gamers. And Tati Gabrielle obviously shared this to her Instagram stories account, and she captioned it saying, "You mad, bro." This is to be expected. This is not surprising at all. This is what we see all the time with these woke cultists, these woke ideologues, these people that are trying to push this woke agenda. They hate you, and they make it clear that they hate you. They will share stuff like this. They will tell you that they hate you. They are very explicit about what they think of you, and this is what Tati Gabrielle is doing. And again, it's not really a surprise. Unfortunately for her, unfortunately for Naughty Dog, I think the fact that they no longer control all of the social media platforms, this tactic does not work anymore. This tactic is an absolute disastrous failure. It does not work. We've seen that this year, time and time again. Anyone who tried to engage in this type of marketing where they're attacking the actual people that they want to buy their games, or you would think that they would want to buy their games, has resulted in massive, colossal failures. You can look at Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, $200 million impairment charge, more than $200 million impairment charge, a tax write-off there. The game is ending next year. They're shutting it down. You can look at Concord. They shut that game down in less than 2 weeks, and then a month later, they're announcing that they're shutting the entire studio down. Firewalk Studios, the developer, being shut down. Look at Volition. They made that Saints Row reboot. What happened with that? It doesn't exist anymore. Embracer Group shut it down. I mean, there's so many different examples, and it's not just like these big AAA developers. You can look at the smaller ones. You can look at Tales of Kenzera Zhao. We saw Abu Bakr Salim constantly lying to people. And what ended up happening, he shut down his video game company and laid off his employees. I mean, so there are lots of different examples, and it's across the board. It doesn't matter whether they are small indie developers or big AAA developers coming out of like Warner Brothers, etc. They get shut down because people are not happy with this stuff. I think the next one to go is going to be Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and then obviously Assassin's Creed Shadows. And we've already seen what happens with Star Wars Outlaws. We're just not really seeing we haven't seen the announcement yet from BioWare, but you know that's coming. People are already jumping ship. Just covered the fact that a writer who had been with that company for 15 years has left, and I expect there'll probably be other people leaving in the near future because I just think that studio is on the way out. And what's also, you can't make this stuff up, right? She's asking you, mad bro, when she's mad, right? She's the one who's actually seething and angry. That's what this whole fan art is all about. It's just they're so mad and angry because people don't like the game. They don't like the agenda. They're not interested in it. And we can see that looking at some of these YouTube trailers here. Look at the one on PlayStation. It only has 2 million views in 10 days. It actually has kind of stopped really going up. Like the growth on that has kind of flatlined. People aren't going to look at it. And you can see the dislike almost at 250,000 now. And then only 96,000 likes. And then you go over to Naughty Dog. They only have 1.3 million. I feel like I covered this almost like a week ago, the last time I did an Intergalactic video, and it was at 1.2 million. So they've only added like 100,000. And you can see 163,000 dislikes, 67,000 likes there. People do not like this. They did not like the trailer. They did not like it at all because it looks like it is going to be pushing the agenda. And everything we're hearing from Tati Gabrielle, her actions here seemingly confirming all of that. And then you can look at some of the comments, cover these in some previous videos, right? The most surprising thing about this trailer is Sony left the comments on because Naughty Dog turned theirs off. They sell hair as a separate DLC. I feel like Will Smith will slap me for making fun of her. And then we've got this one that's kind of climbing the ranks here. The face she makes when drinking through the straw tells you all you need to know about how annoying this character will be. And I think that's absolutely true. And there's a reason why this woke artist decided to do that, right? Like they took this because they knew that that's their entire personality is the woke agenda. And then we've seen how Tati Gabrielle is a woke acolyte and a promoter. She's a proselytizer of woke ideology. She said this during an appearance at the Unforgettable Gala in March 2023. Let's just take a listen.
And then as far as with non-binary and transgender, I hope that we just start seeing that the future is here whether we like it or not. We need to not just accept it, but embrace it. Embracing something and seeing not only the beauty of it in it, but the way that it contributes to the world and contributes into the way that anybody of any gender, race, creed, color can form their identity and can walk through the world with pride and their chin up high, like I think is so important for the generation coming behind us.
So there you go. I mean, clearly a proselytizer of woke ideology, claiming that it's somehow beautiful. It is not. It's disordered. It's wrong. We should be praying for people like her that are spreading this stuff and praying for people who are victims of her propaganda, because that's what she's pushing. I mean, she's absolutely lying. There's nothing true or beautiful about it. It is evil. It is wrong. It is an attack on nature. It is an attack on reality. Men cannot become women. Women cannot become men. That is just impossible, no matter how much chemicals you put in your body, no matter how much you decide to mutilate your body. It's impossible. You will always be a man if you're a man, and you will always be a woman if you are a woman. She also spoke to the list in 2023 as well, just last year, saying, I feel that film and She also spoke to the list in 2023 as well. She says, I feel that film and television is supposed to reflect the world back at itself. When you do that with the characters that I've played in a way that is grounded, that is normal, as it is in our everyday life, that's how you give the best homage to someone who is standing in that field. This is not what these people actually do. They actually project their vision onto the world and what they want to do with it. They don't actually reflect reality. They reflect their fake woke vision in order to try to shape reality to buy into that. I know there's a chart going around that literally shows that how warped people's view of reality really is based on what it is. It's like, the one example that kind of pops up in my mind is that most people, as of 2022, thought that the United States of America is 40% Catholic, when indeed it's only 20%, right? That's a huge difference. And obviously, we're just speaking about Catholicism, but you can talk about like how many people, I think there's like a stat on transgender there as well. I don't remember that one off the top of my head, but it's something like 20% think that there's like the 20% of the population is transgender, and it's only like 1% of people that actually claim to be that, even though clearly it's zero because there is no such thing as transgender. But that's what I'm talking about, right? And where do you think these people are getting this perception, right? It's coming from the media. It's coming from nighttime news. It's coming from CNN. It's coming from these video game companies. It's coming from movies. It's coming from television, because they are trying to project a vision onto you to make you think that that is reality, when in fact it is not. That is absolutely not true. But they want to normalize it. They want to make you think that it is true to get other people to buy into it as well, so they can further spread their agenda. And that's kind of how it works when you live in a democracy where it is based on mob rule. Convince all these people that this is what is actually true and right, and then you can enact that through legislation and the power that comes with that. That's exactly what they're trying to do. This game is clearly just part of that. And obviously Tati Gabrielle using the game to spread her propaganda even further, right? And you know that's what she's going to do when she does all the promos for this game. I mean, she's already doing it right now in this Instagram story. So she goes on and talks about that, and talks about how she like needs to have more of this needs to happen. She says more shows should have a consultant of some sort in LGBT. If you're going to touch on our field and in that topic, have a consultant, have somebody that you can directly ask. Don't guess, because that's often the problem. So again, talking about how she wants to push this stuff in everything that she does. And we're seeing that right here, right? She's sharing this fan art. And this is what we can expect from Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. This is going to be an absolute disaster of a game. And I think maybe, hopefully, it will be the end of Naughty Dog, just like Dragon Age: The Veilguard will be the end of BioWare. We shall see. Let me know what you guys make of this in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.